people think it's only about fighting, and I don't think so. I think it's about personal growth in whatever direction you want to go. I remember I was working on a jump spin kick where you rotate 2 rotations in the air. It's called a pop 720. And somebody came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're never going to use that in a fight." I said, "Well, this really isn't for fighting. This is for me to challenge myself to become a better me."
Yeah.
And isn't that a fight in itself?
It's great.
And everything is a fight. Everything and anything is a fight. You know, I laugh at some of these straight MMA schools that are like, "Oh, it's fight, 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 fight. All the other martial arts are crap." Just stop with the ego-driven, and appreciate and respect all arts that will challenge the individual. That's the essence of martial arts, in my opinion.
That's it.
Everybody's got a different fight. Your fight's different than mine.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that fight in the ring's only 25, like you just pointed out. That person with cancer, that's like every day's a fight. It's not 25 minutes, it's not 15 minutes, it's not an hour. It's for your whole life.
Yeah. Look at the kid. I mean, I've seen martial arts demonstrations where a guy's got no legs, and he's out there performing the martial arts. You're gonna dog that guy because he can't cage fight?
Stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
That's not right. And that's not what the martial arts should be about. And I think there's an avenue for everything. You know, I think if somebody to walk in like that with that mindset, sure, we can get you a fight.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's just a different fight than somebody else. Like Dylan wants to take his first kickboxing match. You know, it's a different fight.
Absolutely.
And there's different fights at different ages. You know, they say one fight is made up of millions and millions of little fights. But they're all made up of all of these little tiny fights that happen, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, socially. Because if you've ever seen a fighter go through a camp, they become a different person as they get prepared for war, like military.
Right.
But what about all the other fights that go on, you know, with themselves, the internal fights? They can't go to certain things, they can't eat certain foods, they're gonna miss this, you know, this one's birthday or that family's wedding. Everybody forgets about those fights. All those millions of little, tiny little fights. Going back to the guy with cancer, or the guy with no arms, you know, or a child who is autistic, he fights with, you know, social anxiety. Those are all millions of little fights.
I've been doing karate since I was 4, and yeah, it's been a while, so it's 14 years, and I got my black belt when I was 13.
Nice.
So it took me a couple years to get that. And then my second degree black belt I got 2 years later when I was 15. And then I just got my third degree black belt, what was it, a couple months ago in July. Yeah, I'm always learning, and you know, the goal, I mean, it's helped me so much. It's had such a big impact on my life. Just keep going, you know? I'm Dylan Kuhl. I'm 19 years old. I train at Evolution Martial Arts. I'm from Barnegat, New Jersey, and I am about to test myself in my first kickboxing match. Hopefully it goes well. So, I mean, I've been doing karate tournaments since, you know, however long I can remember, you know, point fighting. I've had a lot of success in that. So I get my feet wet with the kickboxing. See how I do with the competition, see how the competition matches up from the point sparring. Obviously it's going to be different, but you know, see how I could do on record, and then once I get a couple kickboxing matches in, then I'll transition to MMA.
Cool. Apparently, yeah.
That's awesome. It's not super technical, although it's like, well, no, it's technical. I hear that. I'm always. It's more about how hard it hits. It's never like it when I see it.
That's funny for me, and I got on YouTube. I know the guy from Warrior Fight Fire who played that viral. What happened to sprints? They look like jogs. What's a sprint? It's a burst of speed as fast as you can. Right here. Yeah, jump on his back. 5 sprints. Let's go, baby! Down back. Come on, Neil. Down back. Now on your back, and you are just boxing. 2 minutes straight. Get on your toes. Let's make you shadow box. So instead of shadow boxing, you are going to punch the bag as hard as you can with somebody on your back. No.
Nope, not doing it.
You go punch the bag as hard as you can. Any combinations you want. All about power. Get somebody on your back and you're on your toes. You're going to bite down and you're going to start swinging with somebody on your back. As hard as you can non-stop punch the bag. Go! You'll feel like you never felt before.
Woo! That's real training right there. Look at these faces. Woo!
So I came here in, I think, January 2013, or no, January 2014, and I've been here ever since, you know, and they helped me level up my game.
Pushed up, right? Some people like to attack the rib up, but the rib is actually weaker down. Actually, yeah, I feel like it's weaker down. It's a lot harder.
I like to be as humble as Donald Cerrone, and I want to be like Wonder Boy, you know. He's kind of like my body type. He has the same similar situation as me, so I'd say I kind of can relate to him in a lot of ways. But you know, he's a cool dude, and you know, hopefully be able to do that with him.
Oh yeah. Eventually, your idols will become your idols.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
If you're in this room, it's 25 sprints. If you're in this room, it's 20.
Oh, we like 20.
Come on, let's go. Nice and light, we're not banging out. All right, we're more flexible, so I make everybody bow in. Just bow in is a form of respect. So bow in, touch gloves, here we go. James, chin down, hands up, right? Especially a taller guy. Focus on keeping your hands up. Let me see you really pick and choose your shots, Dylan. Like, try and read what he's gonna do. For that free overhand.
Oh yeah, no, you're saying.
Right. Go. Nice and light, nice and light. Jay, he's gonna go at your speed and your power. So, breathe. This is reading. Don't look down, Jason. Good, but let's finish with the game. Nice. There you go. Everybody appreciates it. It's probably why you're so well respected and well loved, is because you're out there literally putting yourself on the line. You're like, look, I'm tired. I suck right now, and I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna do everything I got.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, so
could you not?
I thought we were going light, and then he hit me hard once, and I was like, man, we're going hard.
Well, see,
now?
he said
Come on.
you hit him
You
hard.
did it first, but
Me?
yeah, because you hit the body kick. The thing is, when you go light, you go light with your hands, and you go just as hard with your feet because you don't even think you're
My feet are well strong.
And then once I get kicked in the head, I'm like, I'm not.
Did I kick you in the head?
No, you kicked my body, but it still hurt. You still kick hard. It's okay. I'm like, the only way I stop him from body kicking me again like that
Is to rush me a little bit.
is by throwing some overhands.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then he hit me with those overhands. I was like, oh, we're going hard. I knew it was gonna happen. I was under the mentality. I was like, okay, I'll play around with some stuff, experiment, pop, keep my hands up. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll play with my parry, right? And then I guess I went hard, and then you went hard, and I
I
was
don't
like,
think
I don't
we've
really
ever
wanna
really
go
got
hard.
like that.
you got to get used to touching.
Absolutely.
If you, this is martial arts. There's a little bit of contact. If you don't want to touch, not that you got to hurt somebody every time, but if you don't want to touch, there's a dance school down the road. You don't have to touch nobody. You could do your thing. That's great. Maybe there's another martial arts school up the road. You know, one of our competitors. You know, the town, our local town, doesn't really like us because they like our competitor, and our competitor thinks that we are too rough.
What is your, like when you met Greg, what does Greg mean to you now, and how much has he helped your game?
Oh man, you know, I got a lot of respect for Greg. Really. You know, he's a very big influence on everything. You know, he's helped me get to second degree. He's helped me get to third degree. He's helped me, you know, overcome a lot of big obstacles in my life, for sure. So it's a lot of personal things. So definitely a very, very good coach. And a lot of these guys in here, you don't know about, and you know, we're not really a name brand.
What were the first thoughts that went through your head when you first heard Dylan was fighting?
You know what? Excited. Like, I am so excited to see this guy fight, because obviously he's a fantastic fighter.
Open it up with like a rear side kick to the face or something like that.
Just like right in the face.
Oh yeah, just like pop and then go.
Like just dap him up and then
Yeah,
side
like
kick.
here. Or if he circles this way, I might just go and back.
Oh, exactly.
So it's really up to him. It's up to him how he
I can't believe
You've trained with Dylan. What was it like training with Dylan?
honestly, man, Dylan's an animal, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you really wanted to make a picture-perfect fighter, length, strength, speed, I mean, that's Dylan, man. He's a fantastic fighter. He's got a great IQ. So sparring with him is, I mean, as you could imagine, I kind of got beat up quite a few times, but you know, he's a great fighter. He's a great teammate as well. So, well, Dylan was actually the reason I came here. I had Dylan in one of my college courses, and you know, I'd always really wanted to try this out, but my first impression of Dylan was, I guess, a little overwhelming, because the first day I ever seen him, he sparred with Louis, and he was doing fantastic, some things I've never seen before, so it's crazy, man. He's a fantastic fighter, and he's been waiting for this forever, and just to see him come in there and do his thing, that's going to be a great sight to see.
No, I don't want to hurt the shoulder.
Right. So, you know, we're going to get you more bodies.
No, I'm not asking for more bodies. I'm saying.
No, you need more bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, the more you train, the more people you need. It's just a fact.
And that's why we also switched over to the more lifestyle drilling, like we've been doing the past couple weeks.
We're just going to have you throw a jab. Now your jabs is important to move in with your jab too, okay? So George is just going to demonstrate a jab. Moving in. See how he snaps the jab, pushes off the back leg, snaps the jab right in. Notice he's still moving in. Keep loose. See how he's pushing off the back leg, firing in. Now you and I have been over this. You got to loosen that shoulder a little bit, right? So when you move, that shoulder just that little bit. You're a long sucker, okay? So you have that range, and you get that arm moving all in that direction. It'll hurt somebody bad. Stay loose, tight. Better, higher.
Just go for it, and you have to dedicate your life to it. I didn't drink until 25 years old. I didn't smoke weed until 27. I was a late bloomer. I wanted to be a professional fucking athlete. Right. Everybody else was drinking. My girlfriend came home drunk. I put her on the porch. Seriously, I didn't give a fuck. And it got me to a world-class level.
Sullivan married back on May 10th. Taking on the... Man, everything Sullivan throws is a shot to try to get Ujo out of there.
You know how many people told me I wasn't going to make it? I just knocked out the 4th person in a row or some shit. It was my 5th world title. This guy runs up to me in 7-Eleven and he goes, "You're gonna give up on fighting? You never get called to the UFC. They would have called you by now." I thought about it and I was like, whatever. A week and a half later, I got the call to the UFC. And I never gave a shit. I had my first world title fight and I lost because I fought sick.
Just let them know how hard you want to go.
Yeah, well, I'll open it up.
Go. Yeah.
Watch the uppercut, your head's down.
I just need to push the pace and stay in the middle of the ring rather than going on to action. So, I feel that, yeah, his body's conditioned for sure. He just has the experience to know that these shots won't affect him.
Gotta move forward, Dylan.
First time I went with the high-level guy. I get the shit kicked out of me. Bad. Yeah. And I wrote that. You have to realize I've been doing this for 13 years. I'm showing you every hole you have. You're gonna fight this other guy and be like, oh shit, I fought George. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Yeah.
10 seconds.
I felt good. It was just, you know, like I said, it's just mental.
Hands up, Dylan! Turn off that cage, Dylan! Back off, George. Back it up, buddy. Come on, let's go. Give him a break. Let him go. Just work with him. Come on, Come on, Dylan, let's go. Move, Dylan. Get those jabs going. Movement.
Where's all your kicks?
Don't stay stationary.
Where's all your kicks? There you go. Remember, feet set your hands up, right? Vice versa. There you go. Go. Come on.
It was really mental for me, really, because I felt tired, but I was more discouraged than tired, really. It might have looked like I was tired, and I was, but it wasn't to the point where me being tired was affecting me. You know, it was more like, oh shit, like, why am I in this position right now? Which is all right, you know.
Get that mouthpiece in, let's go.
This is why I'm here.
Yep.
This is why I'm here for you. To push back.
Go.
Done. Get out.
Come on, go. That's it.
Bro, just go.
Bro, just fight out. Fight out.
Come on. You gotta grab your clinch me, Dylan. Clinch. Knees, baby. Knees. Come on. Knees. Tight clinch.
Because we're emotional. We want to win.
15 seconds.
You're going to get so good one day, you're going to have the other guy standing there. You'll be sitting where I'm sitting, saying the same fucking thing. Keep that fucking head up. You got to throw more. You're getting hit anyway. So that round, you won that one exchange. Fucking let them go. What do you have to lose? Let them go.
Go, press belt.
Now, flow, baby, flow. Fight, Dylan, fight. Fight, Dylan, fight. Nice, Dylan. Fight, Dylan, fight. Clinch him, Dylan. Knees, baby, knees.
Watch that overhand. Hands up.
That's the best he's look, eh?
Come on, let's go.
Fight, baby, clinch.
Watch your range, Dylan. Go. Don't be in his range. You're in his range. That's it. There you go. Your hands go now.
You're a fighter. You're fucking here. I get hit, I get hit so hard I cried. Went home, I'm like, I fucking sucked today. Then I got back to the fucking gym, fucked everybody up. Then I came back and I fucking suck again. Every time you go with a better person, if they don't fuck you up, you will go wrong. You're gonna fuck this guy up. Nobody is gonna fight you the way I did. Fuck them up.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the shots that I hit him with that I personally thought were good from my vantage point. He keeps going forward. You know, he has the experience where he's got hit with those shots before, so he knows that those aren't going to put me away. His body knows how to react to it. A lot of the punches that he was hitting me with, I felt the power. It's just that he was kind of roughing me up, and I didn't know how to work my angles from that vantage point. I'm just not used to getting hit that much in that short amount of time. You know, he knows how to get close and push the pace.
No, not your back. Not backwards, angles. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Come on, you're supposed to get sick.
Come on.
Come on.
Go. 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 Where's that leg shot? I know you're tired. There you go.
It was humbling for sure. I'm used to being a taller, bigger guy, and even though I'm taller, he's bigger than me. He kind of pushed the pace. And I'm just not used to getting hit, you know, because I only have so many bodies and I train with the same people, you know, every Wednesday. So it's good to have new bodies now, but I'm just not used to getting hit like he is. He's experienced, and he knows, you know, to keep going when he needs to keep going and to let off when he needs to let off. And I kind of just got to have a feeling for that. I need to just continue and not stop after my combinations. I just need to fight long, you know. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. So that's what it is, man. It reminds me of when I came to this gym, because I used to be the top dog at my other gym, and I'm fighting the same people at the other gym all the time, and I felt like if I come here, I'm going to be the same person, and they beat the crap out of me, and I just got better and became the person I am. So I feel like this is my first really experience with a person like him, and he's been doing it for a while, and this is only my, you know, first or second start. So I feel like there's a lot for me to improve on, and next time I won't let it happen. But I know I'm still gonna get beat, but a lot of things I won't let happen. I'll keep pushing the pace.
Hey, yo, John, you better have that mixtape ready, man. Hurry up. Trying to go to work.
Now we're going some more intensity shit. Which hill you want to run? This one? Yeah. You guys can run. 15 seconds when you need it, just let me know, and I'll right at this second I'll time to 15, alright? Got it. Alrighty? So just 3 up and down, reset each one, really explode up. Come back down, we'll go right into the med ball toss, alright? Gotcha. Alrighty, go ahead. Right over the edge there, so ever since I was a kid I knew about this place, and then there he goes. Come on, Dylan, let's see 3. And yeah, I started getting in it, and Dylan's always been, you know, involved in karate and all of his fitness, you know, things that he gets himself into, sports and all that. And so I brought him down here once, and he fell in love with it. Granted, the first time I got him here, he probably threw up 3 or 4 times in the day because it was like 98 degrees at that time. But let me tell you, when I would say, you know, who wants to come to we call this the pit, who wants to come to the pit and run some hills, he's the first one to text you back, and that's like, that shows character right there. You know, that shows a person who's trying to get after it, has goals and dreams set in his mind. So, you know, nobody's asked him to do this. I don't get him out here. He just asked me to kind of to structure something for him, you know, make it, that's way easier on the mind when somebody's there walking you through it. All you got to do is just focus on the energy and, you know, your output, and I can just count the numbers and I can tell him when to rest and all that. You know the feeling when you step in that octagon? Come on, let's see it. Let's see a minute starting now. Keep it coming.
Yeah, he's super ready, bro. He's super ready. Dylan is. Y'all gonna see a monster now. Let's put it like that. Dylan is calm, cool, collective, goofy, funny, hilarious guy. Close that cage door, or step in those rings and those ropes. You're gonna see something different.
I said it to the camera before. I said it to the camera before. I just got to feel good. I got to feel loose. I went from a super low to a super high, and now I just got to level myself out because I know he expects more from me. I think in the beginning, I just laid like a deuce on the cage floor, and he didn't think I was as good as I was. So,
young kids looking to fight, they have to learn their lessons. They're fighting people like me that are experienced, and you can see the difference in composure and the way that I take situations and the way he takes situations. But look at the difference from last week to this week. He's adjusting, he's adapting. When you train with the right people, you become better. When you train with people you're comfortable with, you don't.